Yeah, this is a really current thread because we see it with GDPR and the Cloud Act in terms of needing the granularity to be able to know what data you have, and yet needing some of the mechanisms to scrub particularities from data and be able to secure it without having individual data attached. I think that here the difference between compliance and security sometimes comes into play. We need to meet regulatory requirements, but the security bar is and always has been high in terms of the need to maintain a high level. So modernization, or whatever you want to call it, I think can and should involve a move to the cloud, and that should involve conversations about how to get access controls right. So things like, the term zero trust is hot right now. What that means in practice is basically least privilege implemented in sophisticated ways. And one of the ways that we do that, we actually just announced at reInvent yesterday, is using formal methods, so kind of fancy math, to look at access patterns for folks in their IAM, identity and access management, trying to look at what they actually use of their permissions and then to minimize the permissions, for example. So that's one example of the ways that now that we have infrastructure as code, we have security as code, that we can interact in sophisticated ways to minimize the ability of folks to even accidentally to be accessing data that they shouldn't be.